For those of you with a pistol optic, have you ever wondered how bad your zero was going to shift if you changed ammunition types? I was wondering as well, and so was a good friend of mine. So we had enough time today to set out and find out the answers. And reasonably definitive, I think. So stick around and I'll show you the results. So our test gun for this particular endeavor is a Glock 45. It's a Gen 5 gun. Guys, the barrel's stock. The trigger's slightly lighter. It's about 4.5 pounds. Obviously, it's got an optic on it. Other than that, this is really how Mr. Gaston Glock decided it should come from the factory. So there's no particularly great or bad about this gun for the test. It started the test zeroed for 124 grain HSTs at the plus P pressure level. Where it ended up, stick around and find out.
115 grain RUAG ball. Uh, 124 grain reloads. Ball
Now,
ammo.
in theory, this should be semi-close
To the other, yeah. These aren't near as hot as the plus Ps. These are only coming out at about 1,000 even, I want to say. $147 grain blaze of rust. All right, 124 plus Ps. HSTs.
God damn, that's just loud.
Yep. It's hot too, obviously. Here we go.
How's the agency system so far?
Rock solid. Has not moved.
No complaints?
No.
Like there was no optic cut on it before.
No.
I mean, it looks clean, man.
Oh, dude, it looks like it came from the factory that way.
Now, did you have to designate whether you want irons in front or back for the system?
For the plate, not
Just
for
for
the
the plate.
system. Correct.
How do you like having the irons in front?
It's the same as in the rear. I ignore them unless I need them. Doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
I mean, I would like, God, dude, I like how that's like, how many rear sights do you have to buy to get that such a perfect height? That's fucking.
The continuous
that's
precisions are the best ones out there right now, dude. No
Yeah,
doubt.
those are the ones I use. Yeah, those are
Yeah.
the ones I told you about.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks clean. It looks good. Agency, man. I would believe in the gun world they're doing very well.
Yeah. Yeah, the problem is getting stuff from them in any sort of speed.
Not possible.
Ugh. All right, 147 grain hand loads, FMJs.
Attempt to verify a 0 with 147s.
That's a nice group.
I did what, 4, so another 4. Yeah, now that's what 147 grain does to me. That is what 147 grain does. Is it gets loose as shit. Not even kidding. There's the 147 grain that's my old friend. I'm gonna shoot another 3 every time. Like I'm good, and then it just, and every single one of those is in there. Dude, this optic is not loose.
Dude, we gotta get another gun. Like, we need to get just another brand.
Yeah.
And see if we get the same shit.
Yeah. So here, let's shoot another 3 and see what happens this time. Yep, that's the 147 I know and love. There was one there, and there. So now it's there. Mm-hmm. That's as good as you can zero with that.
Shoot a 10-year. Dude, that's fucking terrible.
Oh, I know.
Three.
Do 5. See what I mean?
That's wild.
I think that round in this gun is just not good.
Let's shoot a group real quick with the 115.
Okay.
All right, going hot.
Do it.
I mean, it's way tighter.
Yeah.
That's a flyer because I didn't wing one that bad.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so do you want to throw some 124s and see what it does, or do you want to zero to the 115?
So let's just leave it how it is.
Okay.
Let's put the 124s through with our
Current zero.
current 0 and see how different it is.
Okay.
And maybe lower.
Right. All right. Going hot. But dude, it's crazy how much better or how much more these barrels like that bullet.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. But it's not just that gun. My 17, my 19, and this all are very predictably excellent with 124s and all predictably sloppy with 147s, like across the board. So I'm inclined to throw 6 clicks up and maybe just let it eat. I don't know. What do you think?
What are you gaining by doing that? Just more overall.
Because then I'm gonna.
You're in the 9 ring for both of them.
I'm working on a universal 0, right? Like
that's fine.
It's not great for anything, but it might be better for most things.
Knock it 6 up, then let me shoot a group at 10, and
Okay.
let's see where that ends up. This is fascinating.
Oh yeah,
This is incredibly nerdy.
that's 6 up. Yes, it is. So here's what's funny is that's not atrocious.
No, what was that with? That was with 124s.
Yes, and 6 clicks up.
Okay, let's check it with 115.
Okay.
Let's see what...
I just don't want to do this thing where we do this whole freaking research and end up with more freaking questions than we have answers. That's going to piss me off. Like, hey, I now know less than when I started.
Now, that was 115 with the 147-ish universal-ish.
With 6 up.
Yeah, so with the universal-ish. Yeah!
Doesn't suck. So now I want you to do one last group with the 147s, and that may be the 0 we just stay with.
So let's do with 140. Let's do one more with 124s too.
Okay, to see where they land?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we already did that.
Okay, that was there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So this is literally dead nuts for 115.
Yeah.
So then so the 124s land a little low. So then let's see where the 147s land.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, that may be the
Goldilocks.
the universal 0. Universal 0.
For this gun. So now this is 6 up on the 147.
Or what we had previously decided was our 147-0, but
It's dead nuts for a 115.
this might be okay for 147s as well. And as sloppy as the 147s are out of this gun, maybe it doesn't
how
even
much
freaking
better
matter.
is it going to get? Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is dead nuts on 115.
Yeah.
For the 115.
Yes.
A smidgen low for the 124.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I say
That
that's fine
is
for
not
147.
bad at all, bro.
I am declaring that the universal 0. I am not touching that optic again.
So the universal 0 would be, but I mean, if you shot this with 147, you'd be happy with it.
I would. That's one of the better groups I've seen with this gun.
With that
147s, because 147s out of this gun kind of suck.
All right, I know this video has gone long enough. I don't want to take too long, but some conclusions that I came to. 147 grain HSTs out of any Gen 5 Glock that I've tried, they're a little bit sloppy. For most people, is that going to make a difference? I don't suspect so. If you're trying for ultimate accuracy at much longer ranges, that's probably not the bullet weight for this gun. Now, your experience may be radically different than mine. 2, does changing ammo types with a fixed 0 matter? The answer is, I'm sure this is going to be a big shock to you, it depends. If all you care about is minute of human being at 25 yards,
then I suspect that any ammunition type you put through a gun with a reasonable zero, even a ballpark zero, is probably going to be okay. The more precise you want to be at those distances, the more it matters. If you're going to do any bullseye shooting at 25 yards or greater, I would pick a very accurate ammunition type and I would stick with it. If you look back at the video I did for my Good Samaritan drill, that 40-yard drill was done with 124 grain plus P HSTs. I knew that ammunition type would fly very straight out of this gun, and that's the one that I tried. I came back later and tried it with some 147 grain ball and some 115 grain ball, and it was not as good. It just does not hold the same level of accuracy. Now, there's a human element, but there's also a gun element and there's an ammunition element. You could probably also argue the optic as well. So there are a lot of variables that can go into this. So I try and knock down as many variables as I can, and one of them is my zero and my ammunition. So I want them to be compatible. Generally, do I think you should sit down and go through 5 or 6 different ammunition types and do all kinds of different things? No. It is time and money prohibitive to do that. My general recommendation for you is to find the carry ammunition that you like, that works best in your gun. Get the best zero you can with that ammunition. Be as draconian as you can about getting that zero. Once you've done that, then take your practice ammo and see how it lands based on that zero. It might be darn close, it might be dead on. If it's radically different, then it might be time for different practice ammo. You want to at least be in the ballpark. Now, all of these things that I just told you completely go out the window if you are doing nothing but shooting at 7 yards. If 7 yards is your jam, then I think pretty much any ammunition that reliably goes bang, flies out of your gun and cycles it is probably going to be okay. But as distance increases, those variables start to matter more and more. Guys, thanks for watching. I know this video is super long, but I also know we went into the weeds super deep, but I hope this information's been useful to you. Hopefully you learned something and maybe got a little slice of insight into what two firearms instructors look like when they're bickering about zeros and shooting at distance. Guys, take care. Thanks again.
Get him, Jay.
It's so annoying at a range like this.
Yeah.
And people are just sitting there like blam, 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 blam. I want to be like, are you doing anything constructive?
They are spending money.
Yeah, that's really about it.